Hi everyone, wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom Umvorach. This week's Parashah Shemini, we read how Aharon for the very first time brought sacrifices in the newly built Mishkan. However, a fire did not descend, which kind of shows that God refused to accept Aharon's korban. And Aharon, with embarrassment, humiliated, he turns to Moshe and he says, Moshe, I know that God is not accepting my korban because he's angry with me. And so he goes in with his brother and they pray, and finally a fire descends. And I think there's an amazing lesson over here. You know, when things aren't going well in our lives, when things aren't going as expected, when things aren't working out, our instinct is to always find someone to blame or something to blame. We try to look for a scapegoat. Blaming others is actually as old as man himself. When Adam HaRishon ate from the tree and God said, why'd you do it? Adam said, it's not me. It's Chava. She gave me. And actually, God, it's you. You gave her to me. So it's all yours fault. When things aren't working out in our lives, it could be in business, we blame our boss, or we blame the pandemic. It could be in shidduchim, people are so picky, people don't understand me. It could be in our own marriages when they're not as strong, we blame our spouse, and we put them at fault. And the greatness of man, sometimes it requires courage to be able to realize, you know what, maybe it's my fault. Maybe bishvili hara hazot. Maybe things aren't going as well as I would like them to because there's something that I have to do different. We cannot blame anyone for our lack of happiness. Maybe my business is not successful because there's something that I need to change. There's something that I have to adjust. Maybe my marriage isn't as strong as it is and it's my fault. Maybe I have to change the way I go out on dates and my tactics and my approach to dating and my priorities. Maybe there's something that I need to do different. And the greatness of Aharon is that when things don't go well, when the korban is not accepted, when the fire doesn't descend from the heavens, Aharon didn't blame the Jews. After all, he was one of the holiest people. He could have said, it's your fault. God's angry with you. He didn't say that. Aharon had the courage, he had the humility to be able to look and to point inward and to say, you know what? Bishvili, it's my fault. God is angry with me. And Aharon changed himself, and that requires a lot of courage, requires a lot of strength. It's much easier to blame other people. It's your fault. When I blame myself, that means I have to change. Change is uncomfortable. Change is difficult. But the most successful people in life are the ones that are able to attribute their problems to their own actions. In life, we need less blame and more actions. Remember, for every finger that's pointed out, there are 3 that are pointed in. If we want things to change, we have to change. Shabbat Shalom.